But yeah, so I would say, hand on heart, I've been to many grounds. From an actual point of view, this is the best looking ground I've been to from the outside, by far. Welcome back to Matt the Groundhopper channel. Okay, so currently I'm in Glasgow, and been at Glasgow many times, but this is the first time I've been back for a couple of years. And I've been to many of the grounds, sort of whether it's for a game or the outside of the ground, sort of in Glasgow or the outskirts of Glasgow over the last few years. So, for example, I've been to a game at Greenock Morton, which is west of Glasgow, been to a game at Dumbarton, been to a game at St Mirren and Paisley, been to Partick Thistle, been to a stadium tour at Hampden, I've seen Lesser Hampden where Queen's Park play now and again, I've seen Airdrieonians play in the playoff final at Hamilton, I've done a video on Clyde, they play at Hamilton as well. I've been to Motherwell, I've been outside Celtic Park, but not seen a game there yet. And there's a couple more I want to see. I would like to see Albion Rovers play, and I'd like to go and see Airdrie play at home. But out of all them grounds in Glasgow, there's one ground that's obviously missing from that list, which I've never been to before. And I'm finally here, and I cannot wait to have a walk around. And it is this place, Ibrox, home of Rangers. And I don't know why I haven't been here before, but there we go. A little montage walking around the ground, so I'm very excited to walk around. It's not a game day today, so I can't get inside the ground, but I'm just going to walk around, give a few little stats and facts on the ground, and yeah, and happy to be here. Got here via the underground, the subway they call it here. Got for Ibrox subway station, which is literally like a 2-minute walk just around the corner, and yeah, there we go. I'm here finally. So let's have a walk round and let's take a look. Okay, so I'm just sort of circumnavigating around the ground, and this is the Sandy Jardine West corner where the visitor supporter entrance is. Here we go. So if ever Gillingham get to Europe, we're in the Europa League and we play Rangers in the Europa League, I know where to come now. Exit or entrance 37. But this is where all the old away fans come. Obviously, I think they started letting Celtic fans in. Is that right? These old firm games, they started letting 500 or so Celtic fans into the games, because I think for a couple of seasons they didn't have any away fans at Rangers and Celtic games between the old firm. But so if you're a St Mirren fan or you're a Kilmarnock fan, this is where you come in. Or obviously a Gillingham fan if we get into Europe, we have to play Rangers. But there we go. So just going to keep walking round. But so far it's so huge, it's massive. Capacity is about 51,000. I think they recently extended it, made it a little bit bigger. They've done some work to it, didn't they? Beginning of the season, because I think Rangers were playing at Hampden for a bit. So they've just probably tinkered with it a little bit, added some more seats in, because as I say, it's completely enclosed. You cannot see anything. There's no sort of little entrance ways. If I see like a little fire escape open, I might just stick my head in, but the chances that happening is going to be pretty remote. But yeah, but this is the area of Ibrox. We're quite close to Govan, which I think is where St Alex Ferguson was born and brought up, in Govan. Because he played for Rangers, didn't he, back in the day? But there we go. This is very impressive looking stadium. This is called the Broomloan Road Stand, which is the family stand. There we go. That's and a walkway here. So I'm going to keep walking round and yeah, and by the way, some more facts and stats. I did read the record attendance for an old firm game was at Ibrox, which is the old Ibrox, before this one was rebuilt. And that, I think the attendance was 118,000, which I think is a British record for a domestic league game. Just think of that, 118,000, that's like another 28,000 on top of a full Wembley Stadium. This is quite incredible, but and they'll probably do it again actually if they had the space and they had a stadium big enough to accommodate such numbers. They could probably get 120,000 in if it was Rangers Celtic in a stadium that could take that sort of capacity. But there we go. Look at this. Again, I'll do an overlay, but yeah, very impressive. Okay, so I'm working my way around the corner and I'm outside these old famous gates and a very unique sort of glass wall on one of the corners, which I don't think I've seen this at any other ground. This is what I mean. This sort of glass structure here. It's the kind of thing you'll get in like 1970s kitchens, where there's a partition between a kitchen and a dining room. but I say it's pretty unique. It's absolutely huge. Look at that. Massive. Very, very unique, and got a clear view from that because this is the main road here. So on the main road you can see this is the corner here, and this is one of the main roads here. So you sort of drive past it on one of the main roads. But I think this is yeah, the Bill Struth main stand. This is the grade listed B stand, which is their main stand. So I'm going to have a walk around the front now, but so far, it's there's quite a big space. I mean, quite a lot of parking around the outside of the ground. So I'm going to cross this road now, which is the dual carriageway. There's quite a bit of space around the ground, but this main stand fronts a road, and you've got some short training pitches opposite here. Opposite the road here, but again I should overlay some more pictures, but so far I mean I'm just impressed with this. So look, I will come back to this ground for a game. This does not class as being ticked off my list on my 160. I'm definitely going to come back to a game at Rangers and Celtic as well another time, but it's just my first time here. I'm so buzzing to be here because it's just spectacular from the outside. It looks for me it's got to be one of the best looking grounds from the outside I've been to. Because a lot of the other grounds are very modern looking and they're very sort of, metal steel frame structure. A bit boring, but this is brickwork. It's got a bit of merit about it, architectural merit about it as well. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, so this is the main stand. This is the Bill Struth main stand behind me. And why is this stand special? Well, this stand was designed by Archibald Leach, who is a famous Scottish architect who's designed many football grounds around the UK. This stand is like grade B listed, which class as grade 2 listed in England. So it means they can't do anything to the facade without getting special permission. But Archibald Leach is, he designed many stands and grounds. Some have been demolished over the years, but some remain. So you've got a stand at Goodison, still there, which obviously that's going to be closed down at the end of this season. You've got Fulham, Villa Park, stand at Portsmouth as well. I think it's done work previously at places like Bramall Lane and trying to think of some other grounds all around the UK. Many grounds. Some say some of them have actually been pulled down now, but it's a very, very sort of famous architect. And this sort of, you don't get this now at grounds. They would never design a ground like this anymore with a brick red facade, which for me it just makes it look like such a nice place to visit. Because from a street scene point of view, it's an amazing sort of building to look at, and it's rightly listed because that stand there it's just incredible. You've got this glass walkway as well on this corner as well. But yeah, so I would say, hand on heart, I've been to many grounds, you know, for the channel and, you know, not for the channel. And I would say, from an architectural point of view, this is the best looking ground I've been to from the outside, by far. I'm sure it's amazing inside, and I will experience it one day when I go to see a game. But yeah, look at this. Beautiful. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Okay, so I've circumnavigated Ibrox. Behind me here is I think it's quite newly built, a club shop and museum. It's a very nice statue of Walter Smith just to the right of me, and I've seen many statues outside grounds. For example, I see a statue of Dave Besant outside Wimbledon's ground, and one of Graham Taylor outside Watford. And to be fair, them statues didn't look anything like Dave Besant or Graham Taylor, but this one here got a really good true likeness of Walter Smith. So thumbs up to the architect that actually designed this statue, because you know, too many times statues do not look like the person they're supposed to represent. Even when you get the Madame Tussauds, sometimes you think, who is that? You have to sort of look at the name plaque to work out who it is. But yeah, so there we go. I'm going to go and have a look in this club shop now, and you know, I think there's a cafe in there as well. We'll have a quick look, and yeah, I'll try and take a bit of footage inside as well. So I'm actually inside the club shop, and it's actually over 2 floors. It's absolutely massive. I spoke to the lady behind the counter. It's been there for about a year now, so it's newish. It's raining outside, so I've got myself a coffee in the little cafe. So upstairs you've got a cafe, you've got the museum as well. But the facility-wise, it's just impressive. I'm impressed with this. Definitely going to come back to a Rangers game sooner rather than later. And I've got a bit of a soft spot for Rangers. I think growing up in the sort of 80s and 90s, there was a lot of English players that played for Rangers due to the ban for English teams in Europe. You had people like, you know, when Graham Souness was the manager, you had people like Chris Woods and Ray Wilkins, Terry Butcher, I think Trevor Gary Stevens, I think, from memory. They all played for Rangers, all English players, and I just thought, you know, was to look out for the results as a kid, like, really, and it's always sort of stayed with me now, even into adulthood. With Rangers, but no, very impressed. Really enjoyed my day here. Yeah, and I will summarise as I'm walking around the outside. But yeah, I'm now going to enjoy my well-earned cup of coffee. Okay, so I've had a really good walk around the outside. I said earlier on in the video that this is my best stadium by far from the outside. I like the look of Fulham, but it's much smaller than this. But again, same architect. But as I say, I'm definitely going to come back for a game, but this is just impressive. And I talk a lot on this channel about, I hark back a lot to the olden days, the old-fashioned grounds that I like. And this is old-fashioned, traditional, but it's been modernised. It's not like your soulless bowl that you get these days on these new stadiums. So it's just 10 out of 10 for me. I'm very impressed. And yeah, I'm just absolutely buzzing. And that's just walking around the outside. Went inside the club shop and the museum entrance. I'd actually go into the museum, but went inside the club shop, and yeah, it's just very impressive because it's over 2 stories, and yeah, it's huge, and even had a drink and a chocolate bar as well. There we go, the rain stopped. I'm going to finish off here all the way around. Thank you for getting to the end of this non-football match footballing video, but I quite enjoy doing these, just walking around talking. It's just it's a lot of fun. But there we go, that's all their achievements there. 55 league titles, 1 European Cup Winners' Cup. You've got 34 Scottish Cup wins and 28 League Cup wins. I presume them numbers, by the way, they just peel off. Because, you know, people like Rangers and Celtic, they're always winning trophies every year. So I presume they just go out there, peel that number off and put a no number on. Within the trophies. See that? So anyway, thanks again for getting to the end. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next video, which will be at a game, hopefully over the Easter period. But it's the business end of the season now. But thanks again, and I'll hit the subscribe button, by the way, if you haven't already done so. Like and comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Thanks again, and bye for now.